These are the 19 Crimes Universal Monsters Limited Edition Halloween wines. 19 Crimes is the same brand that features Snoop Dogg Cali Red and Martha's Chard. 19 Crimes is made by a company called Treasury Wine Estates, which is based in Australia, but it's a major presence in the US wine market, both as an importer and as a producer. In terms of annual sales volume in the United States, Treasury is among the 10 largest wine companies in the country. Treasury owns a number of high-end California brands, including Sterling Vineyards, Etude, and Stag's Leap. A staple in grocery stores across the country, Treasury's 19 Crimes wines sell for between $10 and $15 a bottle. The Snoop and Martha wines are made in California from California grapes, but 19 Crimes other wines, including the limited edition Universal Monster wines, are imported in bulk from Australia and bottled in California. The Universal Classic Monsters are from movies made by Universal Pictures in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. They include monsters like Frankenstein and Dracula, as well as the Wolfman, the Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Mummy, and many others. For 2023, only 2 monsters, Frankenstein and Dracula, have these limited edition wines. I have no idea whether it was Universal who approached Treasury about producing these wines, or the other way around, but either way, it's an interesting partnership. Dracula is a red blend from southeastern Australia. This wine has no vintage date, so it's likely a blend of 2 or more vintages. Frankenstein also comes from southeastern Australia, but it's a 2021 Cabernet Sauvignon. Southeastern Australia is a huge appellation and includes areas within 5 Australian states. If you were to take all of California, Oregon, and Washington and double their size, that's still a smaller area than the appellation of southeastern Australia. Since the grapes for these wines could have been grown anywhere in this huge and diverse area, knowing the wine is from there really tells us nothing about what we might expect in terms of flavors. So we'll have to get to know these wines the old-fashioned way, and we'll do that here in a minute. First though, let's finish looking at the bottles. Both use 19 Crimes standard matte finish bottle, and I actually like the way these look. The capsule is heat-shrunk PVC with 19 Crimes crest on a matte white background. The front label has some glow-in-the-dark ink on it in certain sections. I took this picture in near total darkness, and all we get is a basic outline of the faces. But I was surprised to see 19 Crimes glowing in the dark, since in full light, this text is black. And this picture is pretty cool. It's kind of the best of both worlds. I took it with a slow shutter speed and just a bit of ambient light. The glow-in-the-dark ink is much, much less intense in real life. So the glow-in-the-dark is kind of cool, but the most interesting part of this package is the QR code here on the back label. If you scan it with a smart device, it takes you to a website that gives you an augmented reality message from each of the monsters, complete with animation of the label. It's actually really cool, and I don't want to spoil it, but I will use it at the end here so that one of the monsters can help me close out this video. So let's open these and give them a taste. Now, I'm not expecting much from these wines. I paid just under $10 a bottle for each of these. And for the winery, there are extra costs associated with that glow-in-the-dark ink, as well as with creating the augmented reality experience. And I'm sure Treasury is paying some sort of licensing fee to Universal, so there's not a lot of money left for the wine itself. But here's what I am expecting. I expect technically sound wines with no flaws, probably fairly sweet, some straightforward fruit, and probably some oak aromas. So let's start with Frankenstein. The corks are pretty cool. They're branded with both 19 Crimes and Universal Monsters. Hopefully you can see that. This is the 2021 Cabernet. I'm getting some ripe cherry. It's maybe a little bit of vanilla. I'd call that more of a toasty oak. It's not a super dense aroma, but there are definitely no flaws, no VA, no oxidation. And the color is good. I don't see any brick color at the edges that would suggest premature oxidation. So let's give it a taste. It's actually got more tannin than I was expecting. It's kind of a grippy tannin. I think that tannin probably washes out the mid-palate a little bit. There's definitely some good acid on the finish and a bit of metallic flavor. Not unpleasant. I was expecting these wines to be on the sweeter side, but there may be a little bit of sugar just to try to help to beef up the mouthfeel, but I wouldn't say that it tastes sweet. That's not a bad wine. Thanks, Frankenstein. Now for Dracula. Dracula is a non-vintage red blend. Yeah, again, a good bit of ripe cherry, a little bit of strawberry, maybe strawberry preserves. And if this has oak on it, it's very well integrated. There's There's a sweetness that I think might be coming from oak. And again, no flaws on the aroma and no concerns with the color. It's a nice dark color. This one I think probably is sweeter. The tannins aren't quite as grippy. There's just a hint of that metallic character on the finish. I was a little skeptical given that it's non-vintage, but that's actually not a bad wine at all. I would say Dracula is a good wine for sipping on as you're walking around talking to people at the Halloween party. But if you want a wine with food, I think the Frankenstein would be your best bet, primarily because of that little bit more acidic finish. I think that would go well with food. These are actually really fun. It's so far from a traditional wine story featuring vineyards, terroir, and tradition, but there's nothing wrong with a portion of your enjoyment of a wine coming from something totally unrelated to the wine itself. Be that knowing that a wine is super expensive, or receiving it as a gift on a special occasion, or even just liking the label. So if you can find them, buy them. A lot of places are already sold out. I had to search online to find stores that had them in stock, and then I had to visit 2 different Targets to get both. I hope this is an ongoing partnership, and next year we can look forward to a couple more 19 Crimes Universal Monster wines. It's a fun idea, and I found the wines to be perfectly acceptable given the price point. If you've had these wines, let me know what you think about them down in the comments. So let me wish you a happy Halloween, and in the words of Frankenstein himself,
Wine. Good. Cheers. Ah.